Hi, this is Lori,
This is Peter.
and we're with Action Heroes LA with our subsidiary of Heroes Character Rental
Heroes
Service.
Character
We'll
Rental.
get that. Always got to get that in. We're here with our latest review. This movie is called
Emergency.
Emergency.
Yes,
Not
yes.
like the show Emergency.
No, not like the TV show Emergency.
From way back.
From way back. From way back.
And I was a itty bitty kid. Me too. But anyway, so this movie came out on Amazon. Well, it came out in the movie theaters on May 20th and on Amazon Prime on the 27th. Got a tip about it from Ryan, who sometimes joins us from reviews. And basically, it's about. Should I say what it's about?
Yeah.
It's we have two black college students who find a white girl passed out in their college. I don't want to say dorm, but the house
Yeah.
that they live in.
But she was knocked
So
out.
what do you do? And that's the whole
Yeah.
gist of the movie.
And that actually can be for anybody, not just two black guys finding a little
Well,
white
because
girl,
it's two black guys makes
Yes.
it an extra difficult question to answer.
Yes.
And so there's this is considered an action comedy?
action thriller comedy.
Action thriller comedy action drama. I saw that was billed as a comedy when we started before we started watching it, when I looked it up before we started watching it, and I thought that was misleading. There are funny moments and funny lines in this movie, but it's more of a drama, and for me, watching it for the first third or so, it was like the tone just felt really off because I was expecting it to be a comedy. But there's other reasons for it to be really
Yes.
off as well. Anyway, this is starring Sabrina Carpenter, R.J. Seiler, Maddie Nichols, and Donald Elise Watkins.
R.J. Seiler. That's
Seiler.
the one.
He was in The Harder They Fall.
Right. But he also looks like he could be Tracy Morgan's son.
He does look like he could be Tracy Morgan's son. You know, it's just watching. Once you said that, I couldn't not see it. So anyway, what did you think of Emergency?
Well, I looked at the trailer first.
Yes. Okay.
And
I didn't.
I thought it was gonna probably be a pretty cool film. Although I did think, even in the trailer, it was just a little off. You know, kind of jokey comedy where it shouldn't have been.
Okay.
And
So the trailer was more comedic.
it seemed that way.
Okay. So did you think you were from the trailer? Did you think you were gonna be watching a comedy?
Yes, I thought. Well, I thought I was going to be watching a movie that had some funny parts in it.
Well, which it is. That's pretty much what it is, though.
Yeah, except all the funny parts seemingly are either exactly in the wrong place or they kind of creep over into the wrong place.
Well, this movie was interesting. It was at Sundance. It was actually adapted from a short film, which did really well at Sundance and I think South by Southwest a few years ago. And so they got looks like they got some money to expand it into a feature. And the thing is, should that have been done?
Well, it's weird. I'm glad it was done.
Yeah.
I'm glad somebody found some success in doing it, but it was not the most enjoyable movie to watch.
Yeah.
There is a story there.
Well, there's an interesting story and a scenario. Like I said, it's two black students and their Latino roommate. Here they are, a white girl's passed out in their house. What do? You call the cops, but if you're a minority, the cops are going to think you did something to this white girl. And that's the dilemma. And it's a very realistic dilemma. It's like, yeah, you guys should, attempts to show how black people or black and brown people of color have to really like consider their actions and before everybody else can just like, oh, just call 911, no big deal. But it's like, wait a minute, if I call, am I going to get in trouble? What'll happen? Anything could go wrong. Any number of scenarios could go wrong in this situation. And the decisions they make kind of progressively get them into a worse and worse situation.
Right.
So until
Yeah, but you know what? When the whole movie is coming to a conclusion, there was a dynamic that they explored and brought forth that was, that kind of goes that way.
Yeah.
And it was, in so many ways, it was you'd have to watch the movie to see it. But in the beginning...
Well, it does build up to this one moment that's, I think, very effective, I think. And kind of like putting you, as a viewer, into that situation, the dilemma of that situation. That climax does do that.
Yes, it does. So whoever it was who wrote the movie, put it out there and stuff like that, they actually had
scoot in a little bit further. There you go.
a great premise to work with.
Yes.
They had an excellent idea to work with.
Yeah. And actually, the plot points, I thought, I like how it progressed. I thought was good. I just thought there were certain things that were lacking.
Yes, and you almost could figure that, oh yeah, that's a student film.
Yeah, it felt like very much a student film that they tried to expand. Apparently it was just a short film. Maybe it was, I don't know. I'd have to see if it was a student film at one point. But the problem with them taking the short film and is expanding it is the characters weren't developed enough. They weren't three-dimensional enough to carry this for an entire feature. And also some of the dialogue scenes, some of the scenes seem to just keep going on. They'd make their point and then they'd keep going and going. It's like, well, that was just a waste of time.
Yes.
And you start to kind of lose momentum. You lose a little momentum and it starts to drag. And there's a lot of scenes like that and stuff. That's why it's like, it feels like it's padding.
Yes, because usually with a film that you would do, you go in to cut it down.
Yeah.
With this one, it's like they must have. I could almost see the director on.
We gotta add more stuff so we can get.
Come on, longer.
Talk long.
keep talking. Talk slower. You add this, and it's kind of like. No. The conversations between the characters don't lead up to anything. Don't build up into anything. Don't make them more three-dimensional or give you more insight into them as characters. It's just it's just the filler time killer. It seems like that. And because sometimes they said what they had to say, and they would have been so much more powerful. Say it. Next thing.
Let's move on.
And they kind of sit there.
There's no reason to keep going on in this scene. Yeah. You reached its point, and then where it was like I was ready for a cut. And I was like, okay, what's next? Or who else is in this movie besides these two people? Who is, when you have that back and forth, and it would just keep going, and then it's like, okay, which is really unfortunate because this is. You could see where this was probably a great little short film.
It could have been a great feature film, but they wanted to expand instead of shoot a good movie and then cut it down to what they needed.
I just don't think they knew how to develop you know, to evolve it beyond a short film. Yeah, it's directed by, did I say Carly Williams? And written by K.D. Davila. And like they had something, but yeah, I think maybe they need a little more
now
experience. I don't know.
Yes.
I don't know anything else they've done. Maybe they've done tons of stuff, and I don't know what I'm talking about. But this one felt like it needed some more.
It did feel like unexperienced
People putting this together.
Yes.
In a way, it's a polished. In a way, it's like a polished movie, but like I said, the edit, the momentum, and the drag, and like I said, if it was a short film, it'd be really on top. I mean,
Yes.
the story does build up to a climax, and you feel that climax, even with the draggy points. But it's it's
the way they went through the film, things that it was about, how it went. It was a really good film, a really good idea.
Good concept.
Yes, but the way it ended up being shot, the elongation, it was just like, this movie could have been over in 45 minutes.
Yeah, definitely. It could have. This story did not need to be extended this long. So, any other thoughts on this?
Not really,
Not
except
really.
that I think I would be great at doing this,
What?
shooting a movie and putting it together, and I wouldn't even be this good.
What is as this?
As good
Well,
as
yeah,
this.
we're just talking from, if we tried to put some together, it would probably be tragic. So, good on people who do. It's a miracle that any of these things get done and completed anyway, and get put out and released. So, kudos to the people who are able to get any effort. I look forward. I hope they continue on, because they do have some talent and abilities, and they continue making stuff and developing, and hopefully in the future they're gonna improve on this. So, but yeah, well, so that's Emergency. It is on Amazon Prime for free right now. If you've watched it, let us know what you thought of it in the comments. And
If you haven't watched it, watch it and then see what you think, and let us know.
I was just thinking about the title is interesting, but it comes into play later in the movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, it does.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's it. We out.
We out.
See y'all later.